Hi everyone, I'm Thilsey, and this sim here is Jessie, the sim I'll be playing with to explore the Horse Ranch expansion pack. But before I tell you more about Jessie, let me talk about the pack itself because I have some mixed feelings about it. I know that you've heard this opinion from other creators before, but I'll repeat it because it's just true. From what we've seen so far, this pack is screaming a game pack, so I'm not fully convinced in the expansion pack price. But I'm recording this a couple of days before the pack livestream is out, so I'm hoping to be pleasantly surprised by something. Honestly, I'm not that excited about horses. I'm happy that we'll be getting something new, and getting new animals is always a win, but I don't know about horses. I was never really a horse girl anyway. But I know that a lot of people are very excited for them. It's like one of the most requested things for years already. I think that most of the people who want horses in The Sims 4 wanted them because of The Sims 3 and how they work there. I never played The Sims 3, so I'm not speaking from experience, so correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I've seen, The Sims 3 is open world and you can travel around on horses, which is pretty great, but The Sims 4 doesn't really have that benefit, so I don't know. That's also something I don't understand about cars as well, any mode of transport really that people are requesting. It would still take you to a loading screen, so I don't really get it. Although there's still a lot that you can do with a car, like customizing it, maintaining it, making and selling parts. Wait, why am I talking about cars and why do I kind of want them now? I guess that this then extends to horses though, because caring for them, dressing them, doing competitions, there's still a lot that you can do with them. And we're also getting goats and sheep, not really much to say other than they seem cute and it'll be fun to have them around. Another feature that seems kind of big is nectar making, which is probably fun. I have a feeling that it's gonna work pretty much like juice fizzing, which is okay, nothing too exciting. I like having my Sims craft stuff, so it's probably gonna be something I'll enjoy, but I kind of wish it was a bit more in depth, maybe like vineyards and nectar aging. Like imagine if the quality of the crop and the time it's sitting determines the quality of the nectar. For example, if you have nice quality grapes and you sell the nectar immediately, it's poor quality, but if the grapes are perfect quality and the nectar ages for like a couple of days or something, it comes out better and it's worth more. If this isn't a feature, and I'm guessing that it won't be, it needs to be a mod because it seems like such a great addition for some realism, even though it's a pretty small thing. But anyway, I should stop talking about the feature that literally doesn't exist from what we've seen so far, and finally tell you about the sim that you're watching. You've probably noticed that I started this CAS video with the base already finished. I'm basically only doing the outfits and some makeup. The reason for that is that I kind of made the sim by accident. I think I was testing some new presets or CC or something with zero intentions of making anything, and then like 10 minutes later, even less honestly, I ended up with the best sim I've made in a very long time. So I knew I wanted to use them for Horse Ranch, even though I initially planned something a little bit different. But anyway, this sim is Jessie Hart. They're using she they pronouns, so if you hear me alternating between the two in the video, that is why. The reason why they're using both feminine and gender neutral pronouns is, well, there are a couple of reasons actually. They haven't really fully rejected their feminine side, it's just not what they want to present themselves as completely. It's always been that way, and using they them pronouns just makes them feel a little bit more complete when it comes to their identity. But another reason they're using both feminine and gender neutral pronouns is their family, I guess, in a way. Their family is very traditional, kind of, to call it that way. I'll talk about their family in a second, but I don't think that they would really respect Jessie's pronouns if she chose to go by they them exclusively. She decided to kind of detach herself from only using they them pronouns because that would just lead them to probably getting hurt. And after some thinking, they realized that it doesn't really bother them that much. Both is fine, and they don't really even have that much of a preference. They do appreciate getting they them because that acknowledges that side of them and who they are, because they're not just a girl and they're not really getting that acknowledgement that much, unfortunately. So I just kind of wanted to talk about that so you kind of know what's going on. But I guess let me tell you about their family a little bit more, and then I can talk some more about the outfits. Their family, as I said, is quite traditional, and they are not really supportive of Jessie, which is leading to some really heavy conflict, especially with the parents. She also has an older brother, and all of them currently live in Oasis Springs, and they are in a llama business. They're farming llamas and mostly just selling their wool. And because of their traditional values, the idea is that the son continues the family business later, and the only expectation that is left on him still is to find himself a good woman, good wife to have a bunch of kids kids with, which he still hasn't done, but he doesn't really mind that much. That sounds all great and stuff. But the expectation for Jessie is also to find herself a husband, which she won't do because she is a lesbian, so her family is not very happy about that. It's not that their family is necessarily very against it, but they're kind of pretending like all that is not happening. They're just like, yeah, sweetie, your imagination is great. We don't see it, we don't hear it, it's none of our business, we don't care, just sort your life out. But Jessie has much bigger plans than just being a housewife one day, still staying in Oasis Springs. She always wanted to essentially be a cowboy. They were always so obsessed with the idea of still being in nature and still working with their hands, still caring for animals, but it's just a little bit more exciting than feeding and brushing llamas all day. So living on a ranch and being with horses and riding horses and just having adventures is what they always dreamed of ever since they were a child, which is why Jessie always liked to play pretend, which she always had to do by herself because Jessie also doesn't really have that many friends, not really any to be honest, which is pretty sad. Pretty much the only friend that she has in her like entire life is her current girlfriend Antonia from Growing Together. They met on a school field trip and they're currently e-dating because they don't really get to see each other that much since Jessie is in Oasis Springs and Antonia is in Santa Coya, and Jessie's family is not really letting her go anywhere, especially if they told them that they want to visit their girlfriend. I don't think that would really end well, so currently they don't really get to see each other that much. But Jessie did just age up into a young adult, so I am guessing that they will have a little bit more freedom really soon, and hopefully they will be getting the life that they want in Chestnut Ridge really soon. But I feel like I've been rambling for a bit. I hope that you like her outfit. I really tried to not put cowboy boots and cowboy hats on like every outfit. I really tried to resist it because it's really out of place for Oasis Springs. But as I said, Jessie is out of place kind of every situation, every scenario. So it's not really that different, but it does kind of look like they're essentially just role playing because they're just so out of place. Oh, and speaking of outfits, I kind of want to give a shout out to Fulfala on Tumblr for giving me inspiration for Jessie's formal look. It is just so beautiful and I got inspired by one of their posts. I will link it in the description. But I will stop rambling now. I hope that you will join me for Jessie's story in my horse ranch playthrough, which you can watch right here, and if it hasn't started yet, here is something to watch while we wait. Hope to see you there. Bye!